This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today I'm going to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Washington Commanders in a game that can show progression or regression when it comes to this team. Now, in the Giants game, we saw some growth in the offense. Now, again, it was against the Giants, but still, we saw what this offense is going to possibly develop into with Jaden Daniels at the helm and what they're planning on doing with some of the receivers and things like that. We also saw that Jaden got his welcome to the NFL moment where he gets crunched between two giants. And to see him understand that, yeah, you know, maybe I should take my time in this pocket and not evacuate the pocket as fast, then maybe I'll be able to play a little safer in this system. So we saw some growth. We saw them utilize Zach Ertz more. We saw them go to Terry. We saw them target Terry more, but we need Terry to have more targets. We saw them utilize Austin Eckler more in the passing game. Like I said, to me, you need to keep Brian Robinson in that passing game as well, just so you can have dual running back sets where both of them can possibly go out on wheel routes, like double wheel routes, that would really put defenses in bonds and everything like that. So, again, we saw some growth. I'm not saying that what we saw is great or incredible, but we saw some growth on the offense. Defensively, we need to see more, because currently right now what we're seeing is a defense trying to figure out what they're doing versus just doing what they're supposed to do. And with our lack of talent on the team, especially like when you think beyond the edge guys, like beyond the defensive end guys and our linebackers, we kind of get a little lost there. Jeremy Chin, I understand that some people talking about him missing tackles, but he's a guy that he normally comes on third game of the season, and that's when you start to really see Jeremy Chin's impact. Once the third game rolls around, and then the rest of the year, he's just impactful. But from how I'm looking at this defense, I think that what should happen is Joe Witt should probably throw in a little bit of five-man front, because currently right now they're struggling a little bit. They're not struggling a little bit. They're struggling when it comes to stopping the run. And I feel that if you put Big Philly Matt in the middle of the nose tackle, and have him possibly take up two offensive linemen, that could more than likely free up Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne to really do some havoc. Not only that, I think it will also help the edges a little bit more, because from how you're looking at the defense play, the defense looks like it's missing something. And for me, it might be that third defensive tackle or nose tackle that can actually sit up there and like free up more of what's going on. Now, again, I understand that they like the third linebacker and they like sometimes to be able to have another safety in there. But I think that at this point, especially when you're going up against teams where their offensive lines may be a little bit better, Cincinnati has a good defense, a really, really good defense. And we might need the defense to step up big time to really create some type of havoc in the pocket so that Joe Burrow doesn't have time to make Jamar Chase a legitimate threat. when it comes to the passing game, because again, I think that Emmanuel Forbes will be out again, and we're talking about relying on. I mean, don't get me wrong, Noah Igbenogany, he actually played very well, but he knows the system. St. Juice didn't play bad, but he didn't play. Yeah, he didn't play bad at all. He did play a solid game, but we know what he is. And again, like I said, I just feel that if they put that third defensive tackle in the front three, I think that will stop the run, and that will force Joe Burrow to sit up there and have to throw. And then with that, I think that we could probably blanket cover Jamar Chase, and then find a way that especially if T. Higgins isn't playing in this game as well, we can probably defend the other receiver with a one-on-one. So again, I know it's easier said than done, but I do feel that there are some things that can be adjusted that will show more progression with the team and less regression with the team. Because again, the Giants was a formidable thing, and we could have lost that game. Graham Gano got injured very early in the game, and then on top of that, you're talking about Malik Neighbors drops a key fourth down pass. So those elements could have made this a different game. But now that we're on to Cincinnati at this point on Monday night, we will be playing on Monday night. So we'll get the opportunity to see, because I think Baltimore plays on Sunday night. I think they play Sunday night. I could be wrong, but don't quote me on that, but I think they're playing Sunday night. But they have a game as well where they're 0-2. Like, we're coming into a stretch where we're going to be facing a lot of really angry teams. Cincinnati is one of those teams. They're 0-2. And then you're talking about if Baltimore doesn't win and they keep going on their slide, we're talking about facing an 0-3 Baltimore. So, again, this is not going to be an easy game. This is not going to be one of those games that we could just take lightly. This is something that we're going to have to show more of what this team has to offer and actually utilize more of the talent in creative ways that may not be conducive to what your scheme originally is. You know, like, this is an opportunity for our coaches to show some flexibility. Like I said, to me, I think they need to go with a 3-man defensive tackle front, and then have the edge guys on the end as linebackers, and then do Luvu and Bobby Wagner behind that. Because I think that not only that, I think that will help Bobby Wagner be more of an impact in the game, because then what happens is that you keep a lot of those offensive linemen from getting to Bobby Wagner's level, and that will free up Wagner and Luvu to be more intense when it comes to the game, and give them the ability to be more free when it comes to making plays. So again, that's just my theory. That's just my thought. When it comes to that, I do feel that that's a way that you can do it. But again, we have to see more progression from this team, because currently right now, I mean, again, I said it before and I said it again, this team lacks a lot of talent. But with the people that you have on there, you might be able to utilize it in a way that would be beneficial to you and beneficial to the players that's currently on the field. And again, I think that 3 defensive tackle front, going to that 3-5, that 3-4 scheme will really help. I think it will really help, especially the back end, because I think that if the pass rush is getting there a little bit faster, or filling up a team and filling up their everybody being able to get a man and take on a man, and then again freeing up Luvu and freeing up Bobby Wagner to basically take away certain crossing routes or running backs out the backfield, I think that's a way that you can really utilize the talent on the team. So again, this is a game. This will be a huge game, because again, this will be a game that will really test how flexible our coaching staff is. Even on the offensive side, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with testing it. Now, again, I will say this. They have some very stingy cornerbacks in Cincinnati. Cam Taylor-Britt, again, that's another guy I said Washington should have drafted, but I'm not going to harp on that. But Cam Taylor-Britt is a very solid cornerback, and he does an excellent job with shutting guys down at times. And then beside him is this very speedy DJ Turner. So again, he's a guy that can stick with faster receivers. Now, you could probably take advantage of Noah Brown's size against DJ Turner if they let that happen. If by chance Cincinnati doesn't think to use their flexibility and have Cam Taylor-Britt defend Terry McLaurin and then have DJ Turner on Noah Brown, or if it's flipped. If it's flipped, then what can happen is then Terry can use more of his physicality to take advantage of DJ Turner versus having to go be physical one-on-one against Cam Taylor-Britt. So again, like I said, this game will really show if Washington is really on the move of actually getting better. And again, I want to see some flexibility from this coaching staff. We've seen coaching staff so married to their systems that it has not worked, it doesn't work, and it never works. There has to be at some point coaches that understand that you have to be flexible with your system. Again, I think that during my time of watching Washington, the only coach other than Joe Gibbs, not talking about Joe Gibbs' staff, but staffs that have come after Joe's staff, I think the most flexible guy that I've ever seen when it comes to a coach utilizing the talent on the team and being able to install players to make them better and make the system better. The only coach that I really feel had that ability to do that was Greg Williams. Greg Williams was able to fit people in places and and Marvin Lewis. Those were the only two guys that I've ever seen them actually take the talent that they had and find unique and smart ways to utilize them or show flexibility in their system so they can get the most out of players. So again, we'll see what happens. Will the team regress? Will they progress? We'll see what happens. I can't wait for everybody to tell me. I want to hear what y'all think. Do y'all feel that there's an opportunity for this team to actually progress a little bit better than what they played against the Giants? Is there a chance that they may regress to a point at where we're like, oh no, this team isn't going to be good anytime soon, and maybe our coaching staff isn't as flexible as we need them to be, especially when you're talking about the level of talent on the team? Y'all tell me what y'all think. How do y'all feel about it? I don't feel great about this Cincinnati game. Again, like I said, defensively, they're very strong. Not only that, KJ Henry is with them. He is a backup to Sam Hubbard. So more than likely, we will see KJ Henry play in this game. And I'm pretty sure that his feelings isn't one that I'm sure they aren't happy feelings. So again, we will see how this goes. Y'all tell me what y'all think. How are y'all feeling about this Cincinnati game? Do y'all feel a little bit more on there's a chance that they can win? Or do you feel that there's a chance that not only will they not win, they will look bad in the loss? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.